Sometimes a new Mega Evolution just doesn't cut it. Some Pokemon are in just such desperate need of an upgrade that only getting a temporary power boost at the cost of a held item isn't enough to fix them. They often feel incomplete, like they needed a new evolution entirely. Well, plenty of trash Pokemon in Elite Redux have been blessed with new evolutions with brand new abilities and upgraded stats. In this video, I will go over 4 new evolutions for terrible Pokemon. It was always a huge shame that Ariados had such a great design and even a top tier shiny, but was just awful to use in battles. Elite Redux has already tried fixing this on its own. An increase to attack going from 90 to 110, small increases to HP and defense, and doubling its speed from 40 to 80. It was also given better abilities like Opportunist, letting it become a solid revenge killer as all moves get priority against opponents at half health. The ability Poison Touch, adding a 30% chance of getting poisoned anytime it's touched, offensively or defensively. While fine in the early game, there's much better options later. So an evolution was more than warranted. Aractras is the new evolution for Ariados, keeping its poison bug typing so no changes there, but much better stats. Now with 130 in attack, paired with 100 in speed. It's not a sweeper by any means, but can certainly hold its own. Its defenses don't change, but it has amazing abilities to make sure all of its stats are even better than they seem. Spider's Lair is an excellent choice ability, setting a 5-turn sticky web on entry, letting it be faster than a lot more Pokemon. It'll still have to outspeed the initial Pokemon that's on the field, but one of its strong innates helps with this. Terrify lowers the special attack of an opponent by 2 stages on entry. A special attacker is cooked after this, and even better, the AI will usually switch out because of this, right into the sticky web. And with their speed being lowered, the innate ability Merciless will be activated, giving Aractras 100% crit on all of its moves as long as they're paralyzed, poisoned, or had their speed lowered. Obviously, that's a dangerous situation. If you can get Toxic Spike set up, you won't need sticky webs and can run Sniper instead, making its crit 2.25 times the damage. Sniper crits can destroy even really bulky Pokemon. It can also run Exploited Weakness, which makes moves 25% stronger if they're statused, but unless they're burned, Sniper is just better. The final innate menacing situation can be clutch if the 20% chance to inflict fear is triggered, as fear will prevent the enemy from leaving and will give a 50% damage boost. I would definitely say Aractras is an amazing upgrade to a bad Pokemon and certainly has a place on any team. Lumineon is one of the most forgotten Pokemon of all time. Even in this game, there really is no use for it. I mean, they didn't even change its stats. The best stat is speed at 91, which isn't very good, and its best attack stat is 69. Nice. It has a really solid ability being Majestic Moth, giving its highest stat a +1 on entry, which will most likely just be its speed. It also gets Illuminate, so all of its moves are 20% more accurate, really only helping out Hydro Pump and non-stab Hurricane. Having access to Quiver Dance is something though. Clearly, a Mega Evolution isn't going to fix this very underwhelming Pokemon, so it was given a new evolution, and forgive my pronunciation, Lumineosidion, and I will only be saying that once. Now, this is an amazing upgrade. Now becoming a Water Fairy type, which defensively is not a life-changing enhancement, but it's amazing offensively. The stat changes though are quite significant. A massive spike to special attack, now sitting at 127. Special defense and speed sit at a respectable 106. Its defense is just bad, so just choose your battles wisely. Although one of its choice abilities can be used to protect itself from strong attacks. Protean changes its type before it uses a move, so you can use Hurricane before a grass move takes you out, or Hidden Power Ground to block electric moves. This is also really nice for giving all of its moves stab, meaning it can hit a lot harder with its coverage moves. With its innate ability Huge Wings, there are some great coverage moves that are being boosted that you're going to want to run. Huge Wings combines Giant Wings, giving a 30% boost to all wind, wing, and air moves, and Levitate, boosting flying moves power. Hurricane is even stronger because of this, but Ominous Wind and Silver Wind are definitely viable. In fact, they both benefit greatly from 2 of its other innates. Serene Grace doubles the chance of getting an Omni boost for them, which could be game ending. Only a 20% chance, but can easily snowball. They also are the max base power allowed for a Technician boost. Not only can they give a +1 to every stat, but they are quite powerful regardless. Storm Drain is another choice ability which is really useful in doubles, especially the 8th gym, and good for switch-ins. The other choice ability Dazzling will stop all priority, which is really important for sweepers in this game. Overall, Lumineon's evolution is really solid with Quiver Dance and can definitely carry a team. If Lumineon is the most forgotten Pokemon of Generation 4, then Maractus is the most forgotten Pokemon of Generation 5. There might be 5 Maractus fans on Earth, truthfully. The devs didn't forget as they at least tried to help it out. Its defenses were raised by 20 to give it a bit more bulk, but grass types aren't exactly known for defense. Its attack was lowered to 56, but this was because of its abilities. One of its innates is huge power. Unfortunately, that's not going to fix all of its issues. An evolution helps it out by letting it run the Eviolite so it can at least be a solid doubles partner. Once it's able to evolve, you're better off going with it. Sagaractus is a new evolution of Maractus and maintains a pure grass typing. Its stats are honestly not that much different. Its special attack remains the same at 106, its defenses are only raised by 10, paired with a 15-point increase to HP, and its attack and speed are only raised by 10 and 15 respectively. So what can its abilities do to improve its viability? Well, in the sun, Chlorophyll can take its low speed stat and make it respectable. It's not going to be outspeeding everything, but it's something to watch out for. It still has huge power, so it can hit a lot harder than it seems. Stab moves like Ivy Cudgel and Woodhammer are threats to watch out for. If you run Super Slammer instead of Chlorophyll, these moves will get a 30% boost as they are hammer moves. Pitfall also gets this boost and is a nice coverage move against fire types. Its Reservoir innate combines Water Absorb and Storm Drain, so not only does it have an immunity to water, but it also gets healed from it. Based on everything in its kit, it's clear to me that it's meant to be a support Pokemon in doubles. On a Sun team, it can become a definite offensive threat, and with its redirecting of water moves, it can help get the Sun set back up if it's needed. Other than that, I think there's better grass options out there. Other than looking like a certain president, Gumshoos really had nothing going for it, having a decent attack stat but abysmal speed and defenses. They tried helping it out by giving it more defenses, both special and physical, but its lack of speed was still present. With help from its Opportunist ability, which will give all of its moves +1 priority when they're below half health, it's able to come in for a second term as a decent revenge killer. If they try switching out to avoid it, then they have to deal with the Stakeout ability, dealing double the damage of Gumshoos moves. Ambush, which guarantees a crit on turn 1, and Sucker Punch isn't a bad combination, but after the second gym, Gumshoos is basically useless. Goose Chase is the solution to this problem. Goose Chase does not gain a new type, so it's still just a normal type, but it does get a nice boost to its attack, now raising it to 120. Its special defense and HP sit around 100, so it can survive more hits if it needs to. Speed is still a problem though, sitting at just 55. Luckily, all of its abilities are upgrades from Gumshoos. Overwatch is a 2-in-1 ability, combining On the Prowl, giving all moves +1 priority on the first turn, and the previously mentioned Stakeout. Priority lets it hit hard with stab moves like Hyper Fan. While it doesn't have Opportunist anymore to help force out switches, it has the new Restraining Order ability. Restraining Order will force any Pokemon that hits it out, letting them take the full effect of Stakeout. Although that does require getting hit, which might not be the most consistent strategy. It gets Intimidate, and with Lunge dropping attack as well, the AI will switch out most physical attackers after that. Scare is another option and really just makes it a lot better as a special wall. All of its contact moves like Crunch and Psychic Fangs do even more damage due to Tough Claws, meaning its attack power is a lot higher than you think. While it does make it a stronger attacker, its final innate makes it extremely useful overall. Subdue will double the effect of every stat dropping move, so a move like Parting Shot will cut their special attack and attack in half. Skittersmack and Lunge will also cut their respective stat in half, leading to more switch outs, letting you position a lot easier or get free shots in. Even its Intimidate and Scare abilities will now drop Pokemon by -2, which is busted. Gumshoos can't solo teams on its own, but it's an incredible supporting Pokemon to have on any team. For the most part, the new evolutions in this game add some uses to Pokemon who really needed it, but some actually become top tier Pokemon to use. There are still plenty of new ones I haven't gone over yet, so subscribe for more. Shout out to the members, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.